Hello and welcome to Shay's Sanctuary, a peaceful space that inspires personal evolution. By participating in this class today, you acknowledge you have reviewed the class disclaimer at shaystarrett.com/disclaimer, and you are participating in this class at your own risk. Today I'll be guiding you through a therapeutic yoga class around the theme of truth in action. Have you ever had an experience where you wanted to say no, but you said yes? Where you wanted to say yes, but you said no? This is a simple example of when maybe we weren't acting on our truth. Maybe we were paying attention to the other information in our awareness. The truth is, sometimes we don't act on our truth. Other things inform our choice, like fears, doubt, perceptions from past experiences, expectations, the should, would, could in our lives, the worry about disappointing someone, especially friends and family. But if we keep avoiding our truth, what kind of life do we create for ourselves or even for others? If we keep saying yes when we want to say no, won't we resent the people we keep saying yes to? If we keep saying no when we want to say yes, don't we limit our own forward movement in our life? When we live from a place of truth in action, this can take two forms. The first is taking an action in our life from a place of truth. When we have to make a choice, can we discern through the layers of should, would, could, and really choose from a place of truth, of deep knowing and connection to what is right for us, not what the world says is right? The second way is embodying a new way of being in the world from our truth. It may not necessarily be an action, just a way of being with ourselves or with the world around us. For example, if there was friction between yourself and another person in life, and you no longer want that friction, that negative energy, your state of being is one of calm, resilience, and clarity, creating the right boundaries to avoid that friction in your life. Even if the other person never changes, you can still embody this way of being. That is your truth in action. In today's practice, I invite you to explore what is really true for you, and how does your truth change from moment to moment? How can you be with your experience of truth? Where is there acceptance and resistance? When you're not supported in your truth, what is that like? Then we take it one step further, and how can you act from the place of truth? Notice when you're not acting from a place of truth. Maybe you're forcing your body into a shape or a movement that doesn't work for you. And really let your body be a guide. And notice when your body is guiding you, or when your mind, your thoughts, your emotions, your expectations may be guiding you. Notice where you may be holding on to old truths, and instead embrace the experience of now. What's true now for you? Even if you're moving through a shape or movement you're very familiar with, experience it as if it's the first time. Be open to receive, to building that trust with yourself that you have all the answers within you, if you're brave enough to listen, even if it's uncomfortable. Because in this space of discomfort, our edge, it's on the other side of this discomfort where we really find our biggest opportunity for growth and to create the positive life that we desire for ourselves. During this practice, we're going to start with some embodied movement to get the heart rate going, bring sensation into the body. We'll move into some postures for edge, and then we'll slow things down and drop into some postures that we'll hold for a bit longer. And we'll close with an extended guided meditation. I'm so glad that you're here with me today. Please bring your body up to standing as we begin our practice. Know that throughout this practice, you're always in choice and you know what's best for you. Yes, so as you come up to standing, feeling your 2 feet on the ground, and taking some breaths here that feel natural to you, just feeling the natural rhythm of your breath as it flows through your body. Maybe just saying that word truth to yourself as we start this practice, this intention of moving from witnessing our truth to putting our truth into action. So next time you inhale, see if you can let your breath become a little bit deeper, maybe even feeling your belly expand. And then as you exhale, pulling the belly button back towards the spine, maybe letting the breath out through the mouth. And do that a couple more times, feeling some bigger breaths come into the body. And one more time. And then next time you inhale, reach your arms up overhead in front of you. And as you exhale, just drop your arms back in front of your body. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale, drop the arms down. Notice your arms moving. Inhale up and down. And then start to take this out to the side, arms out to the side and up. Exhale down by your body. And do that a couple times. Inhale up. Exhale down. And one more time, reach up and down. And as you inhale, start to lift your heels up, reaching your arms up, and release the heels down, bring the arms down. And do that a couple of times. And notice your body here. If you were to speed this up, what kind of movements would you make with your arms, with your lower body? Moving in such a way to start to feel the breath quicken, the body get a little bit warmer. Maybe noticing that change in the heartbeat. And tuning into what's true for you this morning. Maybe you're feeling tired. Maybe you don't want to move so fast. And then next time you reach your arms up, keep your arms up overhead, plant both feet on the ground, inhale. And as you exhale, drop the arms down towards the floor. And then inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, drop the arms down towards the floor. And move through this movement a couple of times. Start out slow, and then let it build. Breathe in and breathe out. And see if you can speed this movement up, letting the breath become a little quicker, feeling the body warm up even more. And next time you inhale and come up to standing, reach your arms out wide, maybe even finding a little back bend. Breathe into the front of the body. Inhale here. And as you exhale, round your back and bring your palms together in front of your body. And then inhale, open up, reaching the arms out wide. And then exhale, bring the palms together in front of the body. And move through that movement a couple of times. Notice the chest expanding as you inhale, and as you exhale, rounding the back, pulling the shoulder blades away from each other. Notice your body here in these movements. And then bring this to stillness. Bring your arms down by your side.
And begin to lift your right foot off the floor any amount and move your ankle around. And begin to just swing your right foot around. Maybe it's in some small circles, maybe it's forward and back. Just find a way to just move that right leg around. And what's true about that right leg, that right side of the body? And then start to let that right side go and bring some movement over to the left side, lifting the left foot up any amount, maybe moving the ankle around, and then finding a way to just move that left leg around. And how do you experience this on the left side of your body? And then start to let this go and let your legs come out a little bit wider than your hips. And next time you inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, bend the knees, bring the elbows into the hips, and find a little squat. And pause here. Notice your body here. And what's true in this moment for you. Take a bigger breath here. And let your arms go. Come back up to standing, but keep that wide stance with the legs. And you're going to turn your right toes towards the front of your mat or away from you. If you were standing on a yoga mat, your right toes would face the front edge of your mat, and your left foot would be parallel to the back edge of the mat. And just keep your arms by your side. And as you inhale and exhale, begin to bend into that front knee any amount. Maybe just starting with a small bend in the knee. Just noticing how the sensation of edge can be turned up and down based on how much you bend into that front knee. And then find a place where you can pause with the lower body and bring the upper body into this shape. Do you want to reach the arms overhead, out wide, behind the back? What's true for you in your body? How do you know, and how can you act on that truth as you receive this shape in your body? And breathe in and breathe out. And stay with that edge in the body. Edge is a place where we don't want to feel pain, but we do want to explore discomfort. Take a bigger breath here. And then start to straighten that front leg, bringing the torso back up to vertical. If your arms are not already there, bringing them out into a big T. And start to slide your right arm inside your right leg as your left fingers go up towards the ceiling. And play with the sensation of edge in this shape. Maybe the more you lower the right fingers down, the more sensation you create. But explore the edge here, this shape in your body today. Even if you've done this posture before, maybe you can experience it as if it's the first time. Really noticing what's true for you and your body this morning. Notice what's unfolding moment to moment. Take a bigger breath here and let this go. Coming back up to center, coming back into neutral, arms by your side. Notice now what's happening now. And start to turn your right toes forward and your left toes towards the front of the mat. And be with all the different changes in this journey. Your mind might already know where we're going, but see if you can slow it down. And start to bend into the left knee. Maybe just going a little bit till you feel that first change in sensation. What we might call a soft edge. Maybe you drop in a little bit further and go to that hard edge, that place where it would be hard to sustain this. And then find that right spot. And notice what you want to do with your arms on this side. Maybe it looks exactly the same. Maybe you do something different. Experience this shape on this side as its own experience. Notice where your edge is in this shape. Inhale and exhale and straighten that front leg. And if your arms aren't already there, bring it into that big T and begin to slide the left arm inside the left leg as the right fingers go up towards the ceiling. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice now. And connect with the edge and the body. Where is the sensation the loudest? What's true about your edge here? Take a bigger breath here. And start to release this posture, coming back up to standing. Stepping your feet together. And as you inhale, reach your arms up, and you might drop the arms down towards the floor, bending your knees a little bit, and shake out your head, neck, and jaw. And begin to make your way onto your belly on the floor. And notice your body here. What's true in this moment for you in this shape? The experience of stillness, of wondering what's coming next. Begin to bring your palms up so they're under your shoulders. Your elbows are in close to your body, and feel your forehead pressing into the floor. And with your next inhale, begin to just lift your head up about an inch off the floor. Maybe your mind and your body already knows where you want to go, but just slow it down. Every time you inhale and exhale, press into the hands and lift yourself up a little bit at a time, being with each step of the journey. And as that chest lifts up off the ground, maybe you find a different variation with your arms. Maybe you want to rest on the palms and the forearms. Maybe you straighten the arms and lift the chest even more off the floor. What's true about this shape for you and your body? And how can you act on that? Notice where your edge is in this shape. Maybe you notice a lot of sensation in the back side of your body, especially in the lower back. See if you can bring your awareness and take some deep breaths in the front of your body. A couple more breaths here, you experiencing you. And then begin to let this go, coming back down to the floor. And notice the journey as you release and come back to neutral. How do you support your body coming out of this shape? Bringing your heels back, your hips back towards your heels. Maybe the knees stay together, maybe the knees go out wide. Noticing this transition from effort to effortless. What's true about both of those states of being for you? And take a bigger breath here, feeling the belly and chest expand. And then begin to find your way into a seated position. And your legs will be out in front of you. And just notice your body coming up to seated. How do you move your body to find this shape? And with those legs out in front of you, you might notice that you adjust your hips a little bit so you feel more of a forward adjustment in the hips. And as you inhale, reach your arms up and bring your hands down to the tops of your thighs. And notice your body here. And as you inhale and exhale, begin to slide your hands down your thighs, taking your time to come into a forward fold. And maybe you move the hands back closer to the hips, down closer to the knees. Play with the change in sensation. And begin to find that edge where you can pause in stillness for several breaths. Really drop into this shape, into the experience of you. As you pause here, notice what changes, what stays the same. How does your truth change from moment to moment? And how does your truth stay the same? Notice if there's any desire to fix or change, or if there's any struggling. Just be with that. Noticing both the truth of acceptance and the truth of resistance. Inhale and exhale. Staying with those deep breaths. Dropping into this shape even more. Breathe in and breathe out. And slowly beginning to make your way back up to seated and noticing the choices you make along the way. So lift the torso back up to vertical. And notice now what's happening now in the body and the mind. And as you come back up to that seated shape, begin to pull your right knee in towards your chest. And then you're going to cross your right leg over your left leg. So the sole of your right foot will be in contact with the floor, and that right knee is going to be bent. And next time you inhale, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Take a bigger breath, feeling the lengthening in the torso. And next time you inhale, twist over to the right. Maybe your hands come down on the floor. Maybe you press your left elbow against your right knee.
And notice your body in the twist here, the choices you make along the way. Notice the shape in your body. And breathe in and breathe out, pausing here. As you inhale and exhale, continue to drop in even more to this shape, to the body. What's true about your experience in this moment? What are you aware of? Inhale and exhale. Take a bigger breath here and find your way back facing forward in a neutral position, letting this shape go. Bringing that right leg back out in front of you. And close your eyes for a breath or two and tune into your body with the invitation to bring this shape into the body on the other side. How can you be both the doer and the receiver of this shape on the left side? Let your body inform you. Notice the truth and act on that truth. And then begin to bring this shape into the left side. Bringing maybe the left knee into the chest and crossing the left foot over the right leg. Or maybe there's another variation. What's true for you? Mm. And feel this twist on the left side of the body. Maybe there's a different variation of the arms or a different way you want to support yourself in being in this shape. Breathe in and breathe out. Letting the breath drop you in even more to the shape, to the body. What's true now? What's true in the stillness? Notice the truth of your edge in this shape. Where does your edge show up? Is it in the mind or the body or the breath? And take a bigger breath here, feeling that breath come into the body. And then over the next breath or two, coming back into a neutral position, bringing the gaze forward, legs in front of you. And notice that journey, all the little choices you make along the way. And what's true now. And begin to make your way onto your back. And as you come onto your back, feel yourself supported by the floor beneath you. And begin to draw your knees into your chest. And let this be an embrace here. Can you let this be an embrace and what it's like? What is it like to embrace yourself? Sending some unconditional positive regard to yourself. What's true about the acceptance and resistance of self right now in this moment? And pause here, feeling this embrace of self. Breathe in and breathe out. Really dropping into this experience. And notice what's true now. And just notice what you notice and feel what you feel. Just you being with you exactly as you are in this moment. Take another big breath and begin to let the soles of your feet come down to the floor. And bring one hand to your belly and one hand to your heart space. And tune into your body as we begin to move into meditation, knowing that our meditation's getting a bit longer each week. What kind of shape would support you for your meditation this morning? Would you like to stay lying down here on the floor? Would you like to come up to seated, sit on a piece of furniture, or use the wall? Notice all those choices, all those options. And notice what's really true in your body right now and how you can act on that truth and support a state of being that supports what's true for you right now in this moment. And finding that shape to support your meditation. Allow your arms to come back down by your side or rest in your lap. Close the eyes or soften the gaze. Allow these first few couple breaths of meditation to invite you to withdraw the senses from the world around you, bringing all of your awareness within you. Giving yourself permission to come into stillness, to know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment. And dwelling in the sacred pause of meditation. Letting each breath get a little bit deeper, a little bit longer. Every breath inviting you to soften and surrender into this stillness. Feeling the embrace of stillness. And it's true that in this stillness, the mind may wander, pull you into story or thoughts or emotions. But with each breath, you can come back. And anytime the mind does wander, just notice the truth of that. Mind wandering. Bring a big breath into the body and come back to body. Let those thoughts and distractions just float by. Inhale and exhale. The mind wanders, just coming back to the body with a breath. And breathe in and breathe out. If the mind is wandering, just take a breath and come back. And breathe in and breathe out. Feeling deep breaths move through the body. Continuing to feel your body supported by the floor beneath you. Feeling the deep breaths flow through you, anchoring you to now. Breathe in and breathe out. Feeling yourself connected to the surface beneath you, the space around you. Breathing in the experience of right now in this moment. And beginning to shift your awareness to go back in time through this session, through this theme of truth and action. And notice what's standing out to you from this practice or from this theme. What seems significant. Just asking the question and noticing what wisdom might arise. That Know that as you ask the question, that it may continue to sit with you for a few days. Maybe that answer will come later. Begin to bring one hand up to your heart space. Just connecting with self, feeling this connection to self. And then begin to come out of the past and begin to look forward. And what is the opportunity for truth in your life? How can you engage with your truth and act on your truth? Breathe in and breathe out, just being with that question. How can you put this theme of truth and action into place in your life? And take a few breaths with that question. And again, maybe an answer doesn't come right away. Just know your experience is exactly right for you. And begin to bring your other hand up to your heart space, feeling this connection to self. Taking some deeper breaths. Taking a few breaths to pause here and honor the wisdom that lives within you, within your body. Maybe sending out a prayer or gratitude to your body for all the ways it supports you in your practice. Maybe thanking yourself for dedicating this time this morning to your self-care. Feeling this connection to self, connection to body, connection to wisdom within you. Listen to these words. There is a voice inside of you that whispers all day long. I feel that this is right for me. I know that this is wrong. No teacher, preacher, parent, friend, or wise man can decide what's right for you. Just listen to the voice that speaks inside. Let's take a few deep breaths together as we close our practice. May the universe guide you. May Mother Earth support you. May you honor and cherish the divine light within you and within all beings. Take a few deep breaths, coming back into your body, staying connected to that support of the space beneath you and around you. And take the next couple of minutes to come back to your body, come back to your space. And thank you so much for being here. If you'd like to learn more about me, the services that I offer, please visit www.shae.us.